Are you ready for some real magic? My name is MaxNoSleeves, and today we're going to be doing something a little differently. We're going to be hypnotizing you through the screen. So if you want to get hypnotized, you're in luck. And if you don't want to get hypnotized, too bad, you're in for a treat. Now, I want to clarify that this is not technically mind control. We're simply strengthening our resolve and sort of forming a stronger control over our mind. I also want to point out that anyone can be hypnotized, but only if they choose to allow themselves to be hypnotized. So if you are going to do this exercise, I highly recommend that you fully commit. Because hypnotism is like most things. If you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Okay, let's begin. If you're sitting, I want you to sit up straight. If you're standing, I want you to put your feet square underneath you. Take a deep breath. Good. Now I want you to take your arms and put them straight out in front of you. If you're watching this on a computer, just sit back in your chair. If you're watching this on a phone or an iPad or whatever, just put the phone down. You'll only need to hear the sound of my voice. Now as your arms are straight out in front of you, turn your right hand over so the palm is facing the sky. Now I want you to imagine underneath your right hand there's a bucket and the handle goes through your palm, and there's a bucket underneath your hand. The handle goes through over your palm. And in your left hand, I want you to imagine a string tied around your wrist. Not too tight, it's very comfortable, but the string is tied to a balloon, and the balloon is floating over your left hand, okay? So you have a bucket in your right hand and a balloon in your left. That is very important. I need you to close your eyes. Good. Now your eyes are closed, but I want you to keep the sound of my voice. Listen to the sound of my voice and picture the bucket in your right hand. Now I want you to imagine that the bucket slowly starts filling with water. The bucket gets heavier and heavier, just slightly heavier, as the water fills up the bucket very slowly, but it's just tugging on your right hand. Your right hand is getting heavy and heavier. And your left hand, I want you to imagine the balloon. Really try to picture it in your mind. Full of helium and it's expanding. The balloon's your favorite color. It's red or blue or green. Well, I guess it's not green, that's ridiculous. It's a red balloon. Pulling your left wrist higher and higher. Your right hand is getting heavier and heavier. Your left hand is getting lighter and lighter. Right hand's getting heavier. Now in your mind's eye, whatever images come into your brain, that's okay. Always remember that your right hand is getting heavier, your left hand is getting lighter. Okay, now open your eyes. So what happened? If your hands are very far apart, that means you have an incredibly active imagination. You're a dreamer. Follow your instincts. And if your hands are pretty much where they started, that means you're more logical. You need evidence to back up, or facts, and you almost never get carried away. And if, for some reason, you saw in your mind's eye a fox, then I guess you're just a full-on trickster. I hope you enjoyed this hypnosis. Please be sure to share it with your friends and family. This has been real magic, and you're gullible.